Oh man, we got some live in this motherfucker. Hey, get live in this motherfucker. Hey, if I told one time we say, hey, who got the juice? I got the juice, baby. Who got the juice? I got the juice, baby. Who got the juice?
I've been had the juice, my boy. You asked for the boss and they sent for me. Analyze that.
Heavy-handed with the style, you see the sauce I'm dripping. 4 4s on 4 Vogues, bro, we stay tipping. 3 5 to the face, rolled it fresh out the zippy. Making mailbox money, R.I.P. to Nipsey. Sheesh, this cushion orange juice. Quality you gotta choose, my aura in a different spectrum. Super Saiyan, high altitudes, where you'll find my attitude. 10-4, yeah, I make vibes, I'm on my business. I'm never online acting a fool, or crying for attention, or begging for views. See, I'm a chill dude, but I'm a fly motherfucker. I'ma do what I do, wave, fly stepper, baby, watch how I move. I moonwalk with
Alrighty, Black Sauce here on Thursday, the week of Mother's Day.
Yeah, the week of Mother's Day.
Alrighty, you guys know who I am, Black Sauce. Today's guest is my aunt. Let her introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Josefa Martinez. Like Val said, I'm his aunt. I don't know what else she'd like me to say. I have 2 kids. You guys have already seen them, Yolanda and Federico. And, well, there's Penguin, too. Other than that, I work in Jerome at Canyon Financial. Been with that company for 23 years, I believe. Opened mine up 12, 13 years ago in Jerome. I worked in the Twin office for 10 years. And that's what I'm doing right now. I've been doing it for a while. I like what I do. I like to help people out, and I don't know. I mean, I actually think I give them the service people actually deserve, because nobody knows customer service anymore. Nobody knows what it's like to actually have the real customer service where, you know, you go in there, you feel like you're at home and you can talk and you feel like you can just say whatever and be okay and not be like, oh my gosh, what are they going to say? Or, oh, they're going to judge me. No, there's no judgment there. We all have our ups and downs and things happen. And we all need our help every now and again. Yeah.
Nice. So you do personal loans, or what kind of loans do you guys do there?
They're consumer loans, anywhere from $500 up to $20,000. We're not a bank. We're not a credit union, so obviously our rates are higher. I don't lie. I tell people exactly what it is. Being honest is probably the best policy for me. I think, you know, someone goes in there, I tell them exactly how it's going to be. And if I think they can go to the bank or credit union, I will say, why don't you try it there first? And then if not, come back over here and see what I could do. But I don't think it's fair if they think they can't go anywhere else and I know they can, and go ahead and help them out. I think they should tell them, give them their options, and they can decide, because, I mean, then that way you get more customers. I think that way they tell people, hey, you know, she's gonna be honest, and I tell them what, you know, about their credit and what they can do to better it and how to reach their goals of buying a house.
Or whatever their goal is. Yeah,
whatever their goal is, you know, getting it better because they had a repo or bankruptcy, or they don't have any credit and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, so obviously you've been doing this 20 plus years. Prior to that, what were you doing before doing your own personal loans and doing stuff like that?
I was working at a car lot. It was called Jules Harrison Ford. Then I went to Middlecoff. I was there for, I don't know how long. I don't remember, maybe a year or so. Did pretty good. I'm selling cars. I was in finance there too. And before that, I was in American Staffing. I helped out there. I've had a lot of jobs. Staffing agency. I was a person calling people up and asking them if they wanted to work. I've worked at Sears. I've worked at Shopco. I've worked at Sombrero. That was my first job. I've worked in the fields. I've milked cows. I've moved pipe. I've done just about everything. I've done potatoes, strawberries, peas, beans, sugar beets, all that.
So when it comes to work, and you're not a stranger of it?
Oh no, I like physical labor. Every now and again, not every day. That's not every day for me. I mean, I could probably do it every day, but no, not right now. I've been doing it that often lately, but physical labor, I think, is good for you every now and again. I was taught at a very young age, either you go to school, get your diploma, or you're going to be working hard the rest of your life. That was my dad who taught me that. My dad always said, don't ever depend on anybody. Don't expect anything from anybody. You want it, you get it, you earn it, you get it yourself, because no one's going to get it for you. And that's what I've been doing.
So you've been doing that for quite a while now. Like you mentioned earlier, I had both your kids on the show earlier in the season. Any insight on their stories? Something that maybe you didn't quite know about them?
Well, yeah, I mean, probably, let's start with Yolanda. The support that she was talking about got me a little confused, but the support she was talking about was like the support that from other people her age, that, what to do in college, how to work with it in college is, yeah, I couldn't even imagine. I know I couldn't help her how she wanted me to, because I didn't go to college. I mean, I took some college courses, but I did not go to college. Federico, no, I knew everything he talked about. And I'm pretty open with my kids. I know just about everything else. And yeah, I like the way we communicate, the openness, the confidence we have with each other to say anything about anything, and we're good.
So my kids are teen, preteen, and still pretty young for my last one. Any advice now that you look back at your kids are grown, doing their own life, you got your own thing going now? Any advice for young parents that are still going through it?
I don't know. I don't even know, because I was mean. I was mean, and I was very strict, and they didn't get away with a lot. But the open communication was always there. I think after you build a rapport and a trust with your child, they open up a little bit more to you. Every child is different. They're not the same. You're going to struggle no matter what with one or the other. It's hard. It's very hard. But I think making them feel that they could actually come to you whenever about anything is always very important. And knowing that even if you get mad, you're going to try to help them, because that's what you're there for, to help them out. But I don't know, because I was really mean and strict when they were young, up until maybe 7th, 8th grade. I cut some slack, a lot of slack actually, after high school and stuff. But I mean, I was pretty strict in the beginning, and then after that, I don't know, it just happened. I don't know, they came out good, I guess. I didn't do too bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just hard. Be patient. Be open-minded with your children. Let them be able to talk to you about anything, and try not to get mad. And as much as we get mad, we just have to wait and think, and before we react, because sometimes when we react right away, it's never good. And that's a hard thing to not do, is react right away.
Yeah. Learning that myself is like it's pretty hard. When I first started parenting with Elias, I think a bunch of it was me just being frustrated and yelling back at him, and just pretty much vomiting out everything I had learned from when I was a kid. And to relearn how to parent is a whole mission in its own. So through a lot of my life, I went through a lot of struggles. I went through a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of people don't know, but you did help me out through a bunch of it, financially, mentally, whatever it was. You were there for me. So I just want to say thank you for that. And I'm just out here just trying to learn more every day. So that's kind of what this podcast is about. Just giving other people like me hope, and kind of just showing them that we all kind of go through it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's hard. Like I said, just like you said, I would have to say I actually did the same thing with my kids at first too. It's hard to be a parent. There's no manual, and we learn, or maybe we don't. I don't know. We realize later on in life that how we parented at the beginning, and what we changed is like, wow, I did this because of this, and then they say you turn into your mom or your dad. I don't think I did any of that, because I didn't really grow up with much of that either, so it's totally different for me. I could say I broke the chain and went off on my own, and it wasn't like the same. What do you call that? The same cycle. I actually was
generational
yeah,
curse.
yeah, because I was actually able to break out of that and try to figure out how it was supposed to be done, because I never knew what it was supposed to be like.
And then through your personal struggles and going through that alone, what was it that made you push through it? like before you had your kids and before anything else, you know what I mean? There was something pushing you, and what made it? What was it for you at the time?
It was my dad. It was my dad, living with him. He was first contractor here in Idaho. He had a lot of people. That's how I know a lot of people. I was doing payroll at age 12. I didn't have a childhood. I was working out with him since 6 years old. I loved being with him all the time. After it was a struggle when him and my mom broke up. They split up, but after that, and I think I was 11 or 12 when I lived with him, and ever since then I just wanted to always be with him. It was better for me. And he, like I said, taught me, you want something, you got to go get it. You need something, work for it. No one's going to give you anything. And it was rough. I mean, I think I was emancipated when I was like 14. I was on my own. Started to have to pay rent when he was in jail, and had to figure it out. It was, there was a lot of struggles, but to me it was normal, because I didn't know how life was any other way, or how anybody else lived. So I guess if I don't know that, it was normal and easy for me. Not easy, it wasn't easy, but it was just, I don't know. But I learned a lot. I did learn a lot, and I'm grateful for it, because I am where I am right now because of it.
So, you said you had your office 13 years ago, or 12 or 13 years ago, right?
It was I think in 2011 maybe. I opened up in Jerome. I'm on the corner right there of B Street and Lincoln. Look, just in the corner. I don't think a lot of people notice it. But I've been there for 13 years, I think, and I was in Twin for 10. And I think we don't advertise too much, but word of mouth is a lot of our people that come in, our referrals, and the way we treat people. I think this too is always good, because, like I said, you walk in a business, you want to be treated with respect and as a person. You don't want anyone looking down at you, and I try to keep that also in my office. No one's going to look down at anybody. We're all the same, no matter where we come from. Whether you're a millionaire or a bum on the street, we're all the same.
So what are some things that maybe you do that help you get through like a rough day?
I like my quiet and my peace. After living alone for a long time, it's, people would say, oh, you get used to it living on your own. I never believed that. Oh, it's so totally true. I've been an empty nester for over 10 years too, so when I was beginning to become an empty nester, it took me a few years to adjust. That was hard, because my whole life I dedicated to my kids. Even after they, my daughter went to college and my son went to the Marines, I was still dedicated to them until, they were done with college, they were out of the Marines. I was still there for them, making sure I could help them however I could. But keeping to myself, and I'm social. I can be social, not a problem. But being around people who truly care for you, and not people who want to be there to see what you got, what they can get from you, or just what they can say. Like Yolanda said, it is a little town. People like to talk. Really, honestly, I've always been, I don't care. People talk no matter what, so I really don't care what they say. If they really want to find out who I am, they're going to come up, say hi, how are you, want to get to know me. And that's how it is. If you're going to believe how people talk all the time, then you're in for a world of hurt, that's for sure. I've learned that too. It is what it is. No matter what you do, people are never going to be happy with you. So you do you and be happy.
I believe that. I believe that is pretty true. Keep to yourself as much as you can, but be social when need be. I think that's pretty good. Another question I have for you is I like to touch on religion. For me, I am a non-denominational Christian. What about you? I know you were heavily devoted into Catholicism. Catholicism for a lot of years. I don't know if you still are or what.
It just, when I was married and the kids were growing up, we went to church all the time. I've taught quinceañera classes. I've taught marriage classes, baptismal classes. I was in youth group. I did confirmation classes. I did most of all the classes already there. Yes, the kids didn't always like going to church because we were there all the time, but having faith is a good thing. It's a big thing, and I think with your faith, it helps you. After I got divorced, I was still in the church helping with youth group. I did it for maybe a year. After that, I kind of stepped back a little bit because of the whole transitional of being an empty nester. That also it's hard when you get to it because you're dedicating your whole life to these kids, and all of a sudden they're gone. And I had them one after the other. Mine were Irish twins, so it was pretty quick for me. So it took a little bit, but I got okay. It was fine. It's not easy, but you get over it. And I still go to church, not all the time, but I'm getting there. And I've always been one to think, we can be any religion we want, and it's okay as long as you have that faith. I know a big topic with our kids were always confession. Confession, you don't really have to be in front of anyone to confess if you don't want to. I believe that too. You can go to a priest, you can go to the monastery, you can do it at home, and it's okay. As long as whatever you say, you mean it, and you're very sorry for it, we're forgiven. But, you can't be sorry for something you repeatedly do all the time.
Yeah.
You have to remember that too. That's one thing a lot of people say about Catholics. Oh, all they have to do is go to church and say they're sorry and then do it again. No, that's not what it's about. But yeah, I'm still Catholic, yes. Do I believe I have faith? Yes. I want to go back to church more often. I should, yes. I think it'd be better for me. But yeah, it does help you, whether you believe it or not, or you don't think it does. But the more you go, and you just have that. I don't know how to tell you. I used to go a lot in Jerome, and then they changed the priest. Then I stopped going. Now they have a new one, and I want to go back. I've been back since the new one's been here. I like it. I think wherever you go to church or whatever religion you are, when you go, you feel like you're at home, no matter what. And that's how I feel when I go to church. And that's how your church should feel.
Yeah.
At home and welcoming, not judging.
Yeah. So right now, is there anything you do or you practice that helps you get back in your zone, like when you're feeling in a funk, because all of us go through a depressed moment in our lives, right? Yeah. Is there anything you do to make yourself snap out of it?
Well, I clean. I clean, I organize, I reorganize, that get my mind because my mind goes and goes and goes. So if I focus on something else, if that helps. If I watch TV, I'm gone. I'm zoned into the TV. That's all I do. Don't call me because I won't answer. Yeah. If you text me, I'll leave it alone. But some of that stuff does. That's not always good for you, but I don't do it too often. But being alone and just being you is good, I think.
Yeah.
I've had enough time doing that. I think I'm very used to it.
Yeah. And then another question I have is, what do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, if I happen to find anyone that I can actually leave my office with, I would move. By now, I've already passed the plan I wanted to, already retired, so that's not going to help because I need to find someone to to, to be who I'm comfortable with to leave in my office if I want to ever leave. But if I would just get up and go, I'd sell everything and go, probably move to Europe or a different country. Just something new. I mean, if I'm by myself, why not? You never know what's out there.
Exactly.
Yeah. But right now, I'm not ready for that. Not yet.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet. No, my kids still need me, so I think so anyways. Maybe not, but I think so. But I'm still, I still need to be here for a little bit longer. And then I can take a big old adventure like that for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I want to leave the floor open to see if you have any questions for me.
I guess having the 3 kids, having a boy and the girl, no matter what anyone says, there is a difference in the kids, and my kids always are on me because of it. And it is different, but it's not, because I always tell my kids, I love you both the same, but you both do not have the same needs at this time. Mm-hmm. There's this one thing I read that said, oh gosh, I don't know, it was so funny though. The one that the parents loving the most right now is ones because being the dumbest the most right now. They're the ones who need the most love right now. And sometimes it's both. Sometimes you just, one thing I will say for all the kids out there, remember your parents are people too, and they also need time for them too, or whatever they had with you or you had with them, they want that too, or they need it too. I'm grateful that my kids call me a lot. We communicate almost every day. I do with both of them. Actually, all 3 of them, and I like that, because also I like the fact that I know my kids. Mm-hmm. Ain't no one gonna come up to me and say, "Hey, your kid did this, and this." I'm like, "Yeah, I missed this, and he did this, and this, or she did this, and this." Yeah, and your point is, instead of all those parents out there that have these kids that are, they're, oh, my kid's a saint. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, alrighty. I mean, I personally believe that if you're a parent, get to know your kid. Get to know their friends. Make them feel welcome at your house. So if anything does happen, you'll know. Because you never want to be that parent that doesn't know what's going on with your kid.
Yeah.
Or something's going on with them, or something happened and you had no idea, and you're the parent. That's one parent I never wanted to be, and I hope I was not like that ever, because I don't want to be the one who never knew what kind of kid I had. It's hard. Yeah. Parenting's hard, I think it's hard or maybe harder than being in a relationship. The relationship is the hardest thing ever in the world. Work at it every single day, because that's hard. I tell my kids that, they never believe me. Now they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a challenge. And my kids don't want to have them, which is fine. And I understand that. Because they'd ask me, is it worth it? I don't know. Is it? No, not all the time. No, not really. But, there's a little glimpse that they do, or they make you happy or proud. And you're like, oh, yeah. But just for that little second. And then you're, oh, okay, we gotta start all over again. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, tell me, have you not felt that already?
Have I felt what?
That, like, it's worth it. Yeah, I'm glad I have these kids. And then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I have these kids.
Oh, that feeling for me, all the time. Especially with having 3 of them. My son being the first one.
He's a quiet one.
He's really grown. Do I have moments that thank God that these guys are around? Yeah, all the time, because I don't think I would be in the position I'm in right now, so being sober and trying to get my stuff together. I think I'm not necessarily doing it for them, but because they're there, I'm doing it so that they can see that all of us have it in us to fail and then start over and make it right, yeah, and accomplish more in life than you thought, and I see that with my son all the time. Like, he makes a mistake, and I coach him through it, and I see him explore different avenues in life, and he's pushing himself to be a leader, and I think I'm pretty proud of him. But there is moments where he gets to be a jerk to his sister, and that's where it's like, God. But to me it's like, oh, what did I show you when you were young? It's because to me it's like just a regurgitation of what he saw when he was a kid. So to me, I have to take those moments and pause and coach him to say, like, hey, that's not the right way to do things, and I know you saw that when you were little, but I'm trying to correct that.
Kind of like a retraining.
Yeah, kind of like a retraining. So yeah, those aha moments, I have it all the time with my son and with my girls. I mean, yeah.
Girls are different.
They are a lot of work.
Too many hormones.
Yes, my Lily's getting there to that age where she's going through puberty and all that good stuff. But yeah.
It can be rewarding, and then it could have its bad days. But hey, in the end, you have your kids and you love them, and you're grateful for them. At least I am. I'm proud of my kids, and I'm glad that we have a good relationship.
Yeah, I'm proud of my kids too. They're making it a goal. Like I said, Elias is becoming a goal. His goal is to become go pro in soccer and become like a captain. Lily's goal is to become an entrepreneur, and Eva's just a creator. She likes to create music. She likes to create dance. She likes to
Firecracker.
She is a firecracker. Yes. So I try to give them, all three of them, their moments, and have them with their one-on-ones. But I mean, I can't have one-on-ones with them all the time. So
yeah, that's true. I mean,
timing and scheduling goes a long way.
That's true. Time is limited, and take as much time as you can when you can. Obviously, we can't be there 24/7, but it's good. Also, just want to apologize. I look like hell because, we're doing yard work. Val came over and helped me out, which I was very grateful for. But I have a very bad allergy day today. I do not feel that my 100% so I don't always normally look like this. I'm hoping a little bit better.
Don't worry, I'll edit it. I'll make it look good.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Other than that, make sure you're 5 years old. I don't know. Just try to be better every day. Better than the person I was yesterday. And I think I should probably go out a little bit more than I used to. Because I don't go out very much right now. And I think I should probably go out more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a little bit more social. I used to be, and I think I need to get back to it. Which, it's not too hard. I just gotta get my energy to go out there and just say hi, because, it's not very hard. But just, I guess, do that a little bit more.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I guess that's the show for today. Happy Mother's Day this weekend. We have two of them. If you're Mexican American, or even if you're Mexican living here in America, there is two Mother's Day. I think the first one is Friday, and then the second one is Sunday.
Yep.
And then I think, are you going to the Mother's Day thing that they always have?
Here in Twin?
Here in Twin, yeah.
It depends. My kids are going to be here this weekend, so I'm not sure what exactly we're doing, but we're going to have a good time. That's all I know. We're going to have a good time.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a quick second to shout anybody out?
I wasn't really ready for that. He caught me off guard, so I was sure. No, not that I can recall off the top of my head, but don't feel bad if I forgot you. Yeah, other than shout out to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day. Hopefully you guys have a good one. And don't be too hard on yourselves. Us as mothers usually are. And it's okay because we're not perfect. Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. There you have it, guys. Have a blessed day. See, I told you it wasn't too long.
No.
How's it going, everybody? Black Sauce here. Now we've reached to the part of my podcast where we go through plug talk. What that is a shout out to a few businesses around the Magic Valley area. If you mention to them that you heard it from my podcast, they will hook you up Kimry's Recovery in Twin Falls. Just let them know that I sent you. Man, they really did help me through my addiction. They continue to help me. I do their alumni program on Thursdays evenings, where I can go and just share what I got going on. Also, I have Seth Hill over in Jerome, over at the liquidation store. He's offering 30% discount off any stock California mattress. Over at Ruby Mountain Motors, I have Greg. If you purchase a vehicle through him, it's the one on Blue Lakes. If you purchase a vehicle through him, I'll give you a $50 gift card if you tag me and mention that you heard it from my podcast. Also, over at Premier on Poline, if you go through Sam and purchase a vehicle, I will also do a $50 gift card towards you. If you go over to Jerome, over at Downpour Digs, it's a boot store, brand new. If you mention that you heard it from my podcast, any boot in that store is $10 off. Also, if you go over to Muscle Sport and order any other protein, any apparel, at the end when you're checking out, if you type in my code VALE and 941, again that's VALE 941. Type that in, you'll get a 10% discount. Again, thanks for listening. If you or anybody that you know wants to be mentioned at the end, get a hold of me through any of my social medias, and then we can discuss on maybe getting your business a shout out. Anyways, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Thanks again.